Hello Hares, welcome to lesson 7. Today we're adding using mental strategies. So our in focus today shows Sam, Ruby and Lulu. And it says 3 pupils tried to find the sum, the total of the numbers by adding mentally. So that's without a column method. What methods can they use? Before we start, I just want to quickly show you a different place value counter website that Ms. Hunter sent to me. And to set it up, you need to add the hundreds and thousands column by clicking this arrow in the bottom left-hand corner. I shall put a link in the assignment. You can drag these counters into their columns, and if you put a 110 in the ones column, you can rename it as 10 ones. And the same with. You can also group them pressing this button. It lets you highlight a group of 10 to rename. So 10 tens is the same as 1. Okay, so that's there to support you if you'd like to look at these numbers. Yesterday, we looked at balancing our calculation with a 9. Maybe you can think of more than one way to solve Sam's calculation. I wonder what all of these calculations have in common. I'm going to let you pause the video, have a look at your journaling, and then we can have a look at the Let's Learn together. Okay, one of the things that might have been very tricky to spot is that in each of these calculations, there is at least one nearly number. 9 is nearly 10, 98 is nearly 100, and both of these numbers are nearly the next 1,000. So yesterday, we looked at balancing out the equation by taking one counter from this number and joining it with the 9 to make 10. But today, Sam's method is slightly different. He's kept that number the same, and instead of adding 9, he's added 10 and then taken 1 away from the total. Now, add 10, take 1 away is something we often do. We call that overjumping. Okay, so here I've got Sam's number, 2034. We want to add on 9. Okay, but instead, all of these away. Instead of adding on that 9, we're saying we know that 10 is just 1 more than 9. It's very easy for us to add a whole 10 on. We're going to add a 10 and take 1 away. Okay, that's just using the knowledge that 9 and 1 make 10. And we get our answer, which is 2043. Okay, because remember, I took that 1 away at the end. For Ruby, instead of adding the 98 she started with, she's added 100. 100 add 4,142. Adding that 100 is very easy for our brains. And we know that we added 2 too many, didn't we? Okay, so we need to take that 2 away afterwards. It's the same for Lulu. She had 2 numbers that were nearly up to the next 1,000. So she rounds them both in this case, and she has 4,000 add 3,000 equals 7,000. And she knows that she added on 1 too many with each number. So in total, she needs to remove 2 from that sum, from that total. Okay, why is the sum 2 less? Because she added on an extra 1 with each number. If that makes sense to you, fabulous. If you're thinking, oh my gosh, we're moving a little bit too fast, please take the time to build the numbers with the Place Value website okay? And you'll see that we're just using our knowledge to either round or adjust those numbers to make them easier for our brains, okay? It's easier to add 4,000 and 3,000 together and take the 2 away at the end. We're going to practice in our guided practice. That's what we do. But we must make sure we talk about it with somebody, okay? This is new to us and we might be feeling a little bit wobbly. So it always helps to have somebody to talk to. Now, you might think that these are a funny way around. What I'd ask you to do is to look at the one that's easier first. 1,276, add 10. Well, we can answer that. We know that 10 is going to go into the tens column. The thousands and the hundreds and the ones are all going to stay the same. So we'll still have 1,000. We'll still have 200. How many tens will we have in total? And we'll still have 6 ones. So if that's the answer, when we add 10, we know when we only add 9, our total will be 1 less. Again, with these two calculations, how many more are we adding on if we add 100 to the hundreds column here? How many more are we adding on if we add 500 instead of 499? So I would suggest working out the second calculation in each question first, okay, and then work out how many you need to adjust by. Now here, Hannah's helping us. She's saying 2,799 is close to, okay, so you can decide what amount you'd like to add on. Now, when we do this, normally we talk in the classroom and we might have 2 or 3 different methods that work better for 2 or 3 different brains, okay? So I can see lots of different ways you could adjust these numbers to add them mentally. There isn't just one answer, okay? So it's really important to talk it through with somebody. If you've got any questions about it, you can send me a message in the chat. Looking very quickly at the worksheet, notice where the equal signs are. Notice the change in these amounts. Say, how many more have we added on? So if we add 307,000, we've rounded them, we've got an answer, we've got a total. We're going to put that total here and then take away the extra that we added on. Okay, so how many extra did we add on to make 300? How many extra did we add on to make 7,000? Okay, we did that to make it easier for our brain, but now we need to take them away to get our true total. And the same for the next ones. Okay, just one page today. Question 2, really you're using that rounding knowledge, okay, and then looking at adjusting your answer, your total, by the amount that you added on too many. Thank you so much for all of your efforts this week. I'm really looking forward to seeing you in school next week. Take care.